got the groove. Trade the dots and watch me improve. Yeah. Trade the dots. Hit the spots. Fund the prop. Make it pop. Money, money, money. Oh, it's hot. Trade the dots. Yeah. Trade the dots. Spin that chart like a DJ wheel. Up and down. It's a funky deal. Risk is a dance. It's a balancing act. But I'm moonwalking on this market track. Yeah. Fingers snapping, numbers tapping, groove keep flowing, never napping. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, money, money. Oh, it's hot. Trade the dots, yeah, trade the dots. Cashing out, shake it, scream and shout. Pockets fat, but I'm staying lean. I'm the king of the trading scene. Dots on the screen like disco lights, flicker and shine in the heat of the night. Oh. I got the moves, I got the groove. Trade the dots and watch me improve. Yeah. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, money, money. Oh, it's hot. Trade the dots, yeah, trade the dots. Spin that chart like a DJ wheel, up and down, it's a funky deal. Risk is a dance, it's a balancing act, but I'm moonwalking on this market track. Yeah. Fingers snapping, numbers tapping, groove keep flowing, never napping. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, money, money. Oh, it's hot. Trade the dots, yeah, trade the dots. Cashing out, shake it, scream and shout. Pockets fat, but I'm staying lean. I'm the king of the trading scene. Dots on the screen like disco lights, flicker and shine in the heat of the night. Oh. I got the moves, I got the groove. Trade the dots and watch me improve. Yeah. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, money, money. Oh, it's hot. Trade the dots, yeah, trade the dots. Spin that chart like a DJ wheel, up and down, it's a funky deal. Risk is a dance, it's a balancing act, but I'm moonwalking on this market track. Yeah. Fingers snapping, numbers tapping, groove keep flowing. Disco lights flicker and shine in the heat of the night. I got the moves, I got the groove. Trade the dots and watch me improve. Yeah. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, money, money. Oh, it's hot. Trade the dots. Trade the dots. Spin that chart like a DJ wheel. Up and down, it's a funky deal. Risk is a dance, it's a balancing act, but I'm moonwalking on this market track. Yeah. Fingers snapping, numbers tapping, groove keep flowing, never napping. Trade the dots. Hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop.
Good evening, guys. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How we doing? Lots of cool stuff. I'm just going to jump right into it. We got a trade going on over here. I'm going to buy it right now. And my stop's going to be right underneath there. Perfect at a 5-point target. I'm going to explain everything as we go along. So we're trading Think today, my new favorite CFD prop. I really, really love it. I actually love the platform. It's all trading view. So everything is all preset. I'm using the exact same dot indicator that I use in futures in CFDs. We're trading 5 target, 635 is my target. Let's see if we can make this trade over here. We're almost there. There we go. The trade is done. Actually, you know what? I think I can, let me just go over here. Let's show the, we can show executions. This is going to be really cool. Everything is going to be, can I show executions? Maybe not. Okay, hold on. I guess not. I guess on this platform doesn't show executions. All right, no biggie. We still come in here, came out there, another 5 points clipped. I'm going to run you through everything today, but here's the thing. Here's the story. This whole week, we're trading Think Asia session 745. Think is our favorite new CFD prop. The discount is right over there. Let me give you the link over here. Make sure you absolutely use this link. If you don't use this link, I can't give you anything. But if you use this link, you can use the code VET30 to get more than 25% off. But if you use this link, Kathy has authorized me to give you this applet totally free, the BK Trend EMA meter. So you don't have to be even a member of BK to get this thing. All you got to do is just get either 50,000 or anything larger than that account at Think. Send me a screenshot that you bought it. That's all you need to do. Just send us a screenshot. I'm going to enable this for you. This is a very, very cool applet that she has been using internally for all of her trades. And basically, it shows you the strength using EMAs. This is an EMA meter, the 8, 21, 50, 100, 200 EMAs. Everything is obviously on NASDAQ, just all green all the time. It tells you sort of, very, very intuitively that the long trades are really, really going to work. Contrast that with this, which is super. Oh, I'm actually on a 5-minute chart. Fuck, I was on a 5-minute. I didn't even know I was on a 5-minute chart because I was doing Bitcoin. Kind of got lucky on that trade. Anyways, so here's Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin. Look how bearish Bitcoin is all across the time frame right now. as it tells you. Here's WTI, which is kind of mixed, right? Here's gold. Gold is actually, I think, let me see where gold is at. Gold is mostly bullish, but just a little bit bearish on the near terms. We actually, let me go on the 2-minute chart here. Damn, there's a trade here too. So the meter is super useful as a tool. And as I said, as part of our kind of way to introduce you to think and trade with them, which is really good. I mean, I'm like really happy at the execution and everything else. So I have an account that I started here. Where's my think? Just this morning, right? And I'm trading tiny. I'm just trading dollar points just to get a good vibe for it. And and I'm up already 14 points using my my dot trades. Now, the EMA meter is there for you as kind of a general broad analytical tool, especially maybe if you want to create a bias. Let's say right now obviously the bias is kind of like you want to take the long trades, right? Look at gold. If you took the long trades, all the pull away trades were just all money today, right? Boom, 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 boom. Or you can use it as kind of a early turn signal as well. But the real money obviously is always in trading the dots, and the dots work just as well and just as clean on these CFDs as they do on futures. Now, you'll notice something interesting here. I have an experimental dots version that I'm going to show you, and I'm only going to show this in Asia. I'm not going to show this tomorrow in New York, because it's experimental, but it's also kind of part of me trying to get you guys interested in the thing. You see what it's doing right now? This experimental part, and I'm going to just, let me set this up properly for fixed. I'm going to put a $5 target. Now I'm going to tell you what this is doing, which is super cool. Remember, I traded with you this morning in New York, and I said the way we're going to trade is the really intelligent trade is fixed target variable stop, right? Because the stops are organic to the chart. So, for example, here's a purple candle, right? $5 target on this candle, and the stop would be on the candle prior, right? The way this calculates it is if the candle prior has a higher high, we use that as a stop. If the high of the actual trigger candle is higher, we use that as a stop. But what's really cool is, imagine, if you have a $5 target, right? How much risk am I going to assume, if I take a trade here? Well, if the candle is small, it's probably going to be relatively small risk. If the candle is massive, it could be 10x risks, right? Let's say, for argument's sake, I have a $5 target, the candle is 50 points. So then that's like a 10-hour risk. Do I want to take a 10-hour risk? Obviously, I don't want to take a 10-hour risk. But in the heat of the battle, in the speed of scalping, in when we're doing, which is trying to pickpocket the market all day long, it's very difficult to kind of calculate that on the fly. I mean, obviously you can see big candles sometimes, but like sometimes it's, you're not sure. What if the risk is 3? Yeah, I want to take it. But what if the risk is 5? Maybe not. This gives you instant flash 1 minute before the candle closes. If it's a trigger candle, it's going to tell you how much risk is given your fixed stop target. Now, the only drawback in all of this is that it's different for every instrument. So you kind of have to change the settings for every instrument based upon what you're doing. And I think what I'm probably going to do, because this is why it's an experimental version, is I'll probably have the user predefine. I'm going to risk this much in NASDAQ. I'm going to risk this much in gold. I'm going to risk this much in like a US 30, for example. And then it doesn't matter, as you switch through assets, it will automatically calculate the proper risk parameters. Like this. Right now, I set it for $5 risk, right? And if I were to take the trade here, it's actually pretty small, because if you go from here, 135, oh no, sorry, Sorry. I'm in gold. Fuck me. I'm talking gold. This is gold. Okay, I should have said this. So it was $5 was for gold. So let's do this properly with Nasdaq. I'm sorry. That's that's always the problem with the experimental. So here I am. So I have a white dot candle, right? Is it a setup? Yeah, it's a higher white dot. Oh, it actually just disappeared on me. But it was showing me a relatively small risk. So let's say I'm going to buy this. It was definitely less risk than than 3. So I buy this. My stop is right underneath here, right? And see, it's telling me about 1.9 risk. Just basically two risks, which is fine. And this helps you choose the setups. So if the setup is too much of a risk, you just pass it by. It doesn't tell you whether the setup is going to win or lose. That's obviously always a function of the market. But what it does tell you is this a stupid trade to take even if I were to win, or is this a relatively decent trade to take even if I'm not so confident that it's a good trade? It just calculates the risk rewards for you based upon dynamic stops and fixed risks, which is pretty cool, I think. And I hope you guys like that. So that's the thing that we're going to work on more and more to help us give us instant analytics as we're trying to trade. In fact, I think in many ways this is probably the only thing we really need, because we don't really care about general volatility, hourly long volatility, or anything else. We really only care about the individual trade we're taking now relative to its potential and its risk, right? The only thing we need, the only thing I would think about is like if we have generally large volatility, maybe we want to increase our fixed target. But that's it. Once we increase the fixed target, everything again goes back to the individual trade. So, anyways, that's how it's all setting up. I think it's kind of it's kind of a lot of fun. We traded. What did I just trade? I traded Nasdaq earlier with you. We took this one trade over here, right? The only thing that I wish this thing had is that it showed past trades, but I guess it doesn't paint the past trades on this. But otherwise, all is good. Let me know if you guys hear me. Let me know if you guys see me. I want to see some feedback. Nobody's talking back to me, so I just want to make sure that you guys just give me a yes. Tell me that that everything is clear and the trades are clear. So now, okay, you can see, we have what, minute 22 on the clock, and now we're getting actually a reversal signal. And it's only like 1.3, 1.2 risks, right? It's not that much of a problem. If this thing stays, we'll reverse. All good? All right. Thank you, guys. I'm glad you guys hear me. The other great thing, the absolutely great thing about CFDs. Oh, so some of you probably need a little bit of an education on how to trade on TradingView, right? So let me show you how to do this. So that you have preset stops. For example, you can see over here, I have a 5 target, 15 target fixed stop, fixed risk. But remember, I'm always going to be moving my stops either up or down based upon where the highs and lows of the trigger candles are. So in this particular case, it's actually only 11. I'm only risking 11 ticks. What's really cool about this platform, I got to tell you, that makes it really, really very intuitive, is like it's a point to tick here. It's not like they don't have like the 100,000 points and stuff like that, so on and so forth. Boom, 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 boom. Are we going there? Are we almost there? Jesus, I forgot how to. Oh, if you want to close this early, like let's say you want to close this trade early, I think this is it. You see how I'm pointing over here, close position, and I could close this early if I wanted to, just to take profits. And as I'm doing this, here's another potential signal for us. We have a pull away trade here that's coming up, and here you can see, like in this particular case, the pull away trade would be 2.25 risk, right, or 2.5 risk. So that's okay. Basically, if you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to trade max 4 risk on any signal, you're basically only going to choose relatively small expansion candles. And you know how like one of the sort of like the biggest problems we always have is Sometimes we'll take a really, really large candle and it will just fucking decimate us because the stops are going to be so large. Well, this is one of those things that naturally helps you stop that. Or if you if you're coming in with your eyes wide open, at least you're gonna you could get clobbered on a big risk. It helps you totally analyze this. So this is an early version of all of this, but it's very, very cool. Anyways, one of the things you see here is how easy it is to scalp to the long side when everything is green on the screen, right? Almost every single buy signal, which is really what the dots are showing us, kind of is working, right? It's kind of working, especially with a very, very, very small defined buy. So again, some of you may be wondering, how do I set up my my fixed these wraparound bracket trades? It's very, very simple. You simply go over here, you go into order presets, you click this, and let's say I'm going to set up a 10 target, I don't know, 30 stop trade, right? Just for argument's sake. Hold on a second. I actually have I want to buy this trade. Okay, so I'm in this trade. My stop is right underneath here, right behind this guy, maybe 14 ticks. And let's see if this one works. I'm just going to keep pressing these longs as long as it's giving me a signal. But what if I wanted like a wider preset? So then what we do is we say take profit, stop loss over here, right? 10:30. We go over here and we say save order preset. And what I do is I always just simply name it by the target stop, right? So this is market, take profit 30, stop losses, take profit 10, stop losses 30. I save it. And now once I save it, I can just get rid of this. And now it's pre-programmed right over here. So now I have a 5:15 and a 10:30. I can choose whatever I want. The reason why I want a 10:30 is because when we go over to the Dow Jones, we trade the US 30. We'll move over there. We can trade that for wider targets because Dow Jones really requires a 10-point target. Matter of fact, we can take a look at Dow Jones. Let's see. It looks like it's very, very quiet. Dow is just doing nothing. Man, Dow is super quiet today. But here on the Dow, I could choose a 10:30 just because let's say my fixed target on the Dow is always going to be 30 instead of 10 because it's a bigger trade. And if I get a signal, we can go see Dow is just a tad bit negative. And one of the things you can use, by the way, on the EMA meter is you can say, maybe it's weakening. Like now, maybe if I get a sell signal, that might be like an early turn sell signal that I want to do, or maybe not. Right now we don't have any sell signals. The white dots are all lower lows. We need a lower purple dot to sell us on the short side. We need some kind of a purple pull away trade to make it happen to the downside. So now we have like literally no signals anywhere here, and the Dow is pretty bright green as well. So we'll see how that goes. Are you guys following me? Is everything relatively clear? Oh, so as I said, the only problem, right, is oh, look at that. Our take profit got done, and we got we made more money on NASDAQ. So that that works really, really nicely. Now here's what's interesting. Look at this. See this candle? This candle is exploding, and this is calculating for you. Okay, you're at 4 times risk. Like how much risk do you want to assume? Do you want to take that bigger risk? Anything underneath 4, I might be willing to take. But what if this goes above 4? Then I'm probably going to pass on that candle. It's really cool that way, right? Come on, give me some love, guys. I've been working on this all afternoon long. Everybody's so quiet. What the fuck is wrong with you people in Asia? Wake up. Everybody in New York always talks to me back. Is everybody just watching me make money and wonder? See, now look at this. Now risk really comes down. Risk is really, really coming down as time ticks away. So like at this entry, that's a much better risk than a higher risk. Loving it does. Kathy, nice to see you. Nice to see you. If anybody is interested, by the way, if you guys, Pyre is saying he's interested, here's the join link. Oops. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. I nearly spilled water on my thing. Here's the join link for the coaching. I'll be right back. Uh-oh. One sec. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I had to clean up on aisle 5. Now I missed this. I kind of missed the entry on this trade here, but this would have been a really, another good entry because this was less than 3R, and it's still a pull away trade, and you could have still traded this if you wanted to, on just a 5 target. It really creates a super interesting possibility here for everybody. All right, let's see what gold is doing with itself. So for gold, as I said, the only negative for all of this is we got to change our parameters. And for gold, obviously my target parameters are not 5 points but 2 points. So I'm going to go 200 in ticks. And we will trade gold for a little bit, see what opportunities there are in gold here. Gold is weakening, right? Gold has got a couple of purples would have really made us nice money. You can see it's starting to get a little uglier on the 5-15 minute chart. It's 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Where the hell are you? Listen, are you in Europe? How do you connect ThinkCapital? It connects automatically. Once you buy a ThinkCapital account, right? Let me show you. You go to, you know what? I'm going to log out and show you. You go to trading in this, and you choose Think Markets, not ThinkCapital, because Think Markets is the broker. You just choose the broker with the login parameters that you had. And man, now I got to log in. See, now you made me log in. Okay, see, hold on. No. Oh man, you made me log out. I wonder if I have this. No, it's not what I want. All right, now you have to wait because now I got to get my login credentials, which of course I don't have. All right. Guys, just going to have to bear with me because I have to log in. But that's basically it. Just log in. That's all it takes. Okay, there we go. I see. That's it. You just come right in, and you're good to go. So we actually have a lower purple in gold. It's 2.5 risk. That's not a bad risk for for $2. Basically, it's 37 against 33. It's a $4. It's a good trade. And I'm just going to come in here with a 5.15, and then I'll adjust both my stops and targets to make it easy. 20 seconds left on the clock. 17 seconds. 14 seconds. Just going to wait patiently here. 8 seconds. Okay, short. All right, I'm in on this. Did I have this right? Oh no, I think with gold it's different ticks. It's weird. Oh, gold has different ticks. Oh, it's 40. Oh, it's in the hundreds. Okay, so this should be. All right, so this would be like, this is what I want. I want 20. Do I want to go 20? Maybe I'll go 1.5. All right, I see. So this is like $1.50 is basically 15 ticks, and I'm up against this on the move with gold. Let's see if gold does me right. So gold is, it's not. This is interesting. So this is, I think it's 20 ticks, right? Yeah. All right. So trade is going against me a little bit here. Let's see what it wants to do. One of the things that I like to do myself is I like to, let's try and do this. I like to average into a position, and let me see, move this back and put my, oh, it's 10. Oh, I'm huge size here. I'm huge size. Wow, I didn't realize I was that size. Okay. Ooh, that's ugly. I'm going to go in here on this move. Oh, it doesn't average out my position. Wow, that's really interesting. Huh. It does not average out my position. Oh, wow, that's so cool. All right. All right, I'm going to eat this trade. This trade is clearly not working. Gold doing its usual thing of fucking me every which way to Sunday. But that's, that's not the point. I didn't realize, wow, so this is 10. Can you do one? I guess you could do one. Yeah, I should have done one. I didn't realize gold was defaulted to one. Anyways, maybe I get lucky. Maybe we come back. But as you guys know, what I like to do is I enter the other half here, and that blends me out to a positive P&L, and then hopefully I can take it back. Each trade is its own thing. Yeah. It doesn't, because I forgot that futures. What do they call it? Oh my God, what's the term in futures? It's not commingling. It's whatever. In futures, they average all the lots together, but here you got to manage them separately, because the CFDs, each lot is managed separately. I forgot. I haven't traded CFDs in ages. So all right, we'll see what happens here. See, I'm short here, but I don't know what my average entry is on this thing. So I guess the later entry is going to be positive, right? It's a positive these ticks. Okay, so are we closing? Okay, I guess I don't know what happened to me. Did this make money? Let's see. Not really. It lost a little bit of money. Okay, that's fine. I guess I have to average out. When you're doing CFDs, you're gonna have to average out. It's first in, first out, right? Yeah, there's a term in futures. I forgot what it's called. Oh, this is like old age. Anyways, that's good to know. So the one thing we have with CFDs, we're gonna have to keep our averages manual here, which is fine. But as you can see, the thing that I like to do is short here, short middle, come back, buy it at the original entry price would have worked very nicely. And having the stop against this help us survive that spike against us, which was nice. Which is kind of nice. Now let's go back to NASDAQ. NASDAQ just really rocking. We absolutely should just trade NASDAQ all night long. Okay. This is 1.8 R on this one. If this candle holds, seconds left, we'll trade. You know what? Let's just take it right now. The hell. So the way we would trade this is we're long this white candle. I'm really trading this white pull away candle. Stop is over here, and I'll move my target a little bit tighter because I came in a little bit late. That's fine. Make 2 ticks on this instead of 5. Yeah, gold is just generally a skittish trade. But you know, with the wider stops, it definitely, you know, makes it much better. All right, we're almost there. And what do we need? My target is 57. No, my target is, what's my target? 60. My target is 60. Okay. So does anybody like the EMA trend meter, guys? You guys like that concept as an additional um, insight into the thing? Yeah, Fired likes it. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, but definitely helps to you know, to pick up. It's certainly like, I mean, look how clean it is to have traded, you know, Nasdaq all morning long. I mean, this thing isn't showing me the trades, but you know, we took like 4 different trades here, all along the path here. We took this trade. Um, we took the oops. We took this trade, or maybe it was this trade. I forgot. Maybe it was this trade. We took this trade over here. We took all these trades, and they all worked really, really nicely using the dots. Just super easy trades. I also like, you know, they're keeping the spreads really nice and tight. Look at that, just one wide, super clean. Makes it easy. This move looks like it's getting a little exhausted. It's been, you know, it's definitely a long in the tooth trade. We could reverse a little bit here, and if we do, we'll take some shorts. Hopefully, we'll get a couple of shorts here that could work for us, but we'll see. Um, Again, the thing that's really, really great with CFDs is the granularity of the trade, right? The very fact that, you know, it's a 50,000 account that I could be trading dollar points, which gives me so much. Sorry, guys. Um, um, you know, it just makes it, you know, so much easier to take small positions, experiment with ideas, take multiple positions, you know, trade lots and lots of different instruments at the same time, all that kind of stuff. Um, all right, you know what? I'm going to close this position at just a small scratch, because it is definitely getting a little tired. It probably is going to go higher, but the real trade for me was this trade from here to here. This is like the third or the fourth trade. Once it gets to the third or fourth trade in the move, that makes it much more, you know, much less likely it's going to succeed. But regardless, you know, we've had 3 or 4 trades. I just showed you a really, really clean pattern of how you can scalp this up. How do you get the EMA meter? You just need to get open a 50,000, not open, but just, you know, buy a $50,000 ThinkCapital account with our discount, which I just put it. You know, I put the link in here, or you can see the link over there in the banner. You can just QR the link. Use that. You can use the either BK Save or Vet 30, because they're running actually a little bit of a higher sale. So you get a huge discount on the account. But just buy it, take a screenshot that you bought it, send it to me, and I'll give you the I'll enable the emitter for you, so you can use it. It's really, really cool. It's Kathy's little product, and she's she wants everybody to start using Think. So so she's offering it for free because it's going to be very expensive once it goes live. Let's see what else is going on across. I mean, everything else is it's very quiet, man. Oh, you know what I saw today that was really interesting? Yeah, so gold. The one trade we did in gold was this one. I just sort of like was a little bit unaware of how CFDs. Man, that's going to drive me nuts. What is the term? Okay, now I have to Google this. What is the term in futures where all positions are added up to one? No. All positions in one trade are added to one. Oh man, Google just sucks as a AI. It's really retarded. Okay. Oh, another goal possibility. So here's a goal possibility. Again, we have to ignore the R's because it's not the correct R. But and remember, I can trade really, really, really small. So I can trade one. The point being is it's a relatively small R. We know it's a pretty small R, right? So if we trade a $2 target against this, it's not going to, even if we trade $1 target, it's still a pretty small R. If this holds, we got 58 seconds left. We have like enough time for me to kind of adjust the R's properly to gold, and say I want to have a fixed target of $1 in gold. So what does this mean? Right now it's not going to mean anything. But it's got to give us a purple. So it's a 2R, 2R risk. That's really, really pretty good risk for a scalp. Like I said, anything 4 will work for us. 25 seconds left. If this is a purple trade, we're going to go short this thing. Just for a point. Just for a point. 8, 9 seconds. All right, we're short. And, we're going to target a point. And we're done. And that's it. That's all it took. Was a pretty fast move. I think actually that wasn't a point. I just realized this. That was in this particular thing. I think I have to create my own little gold version, which is, let's do this. The gold bracket, we got to create uniform. So let's do this. We're going to take stop loss. What is this? 30. Buy 31. Let's see if I do 100. Yeah, okay, so it's 10 ticks, 64, right? And let's say I'm going to do, I don't know, 40 ticks loss, so 10 by 40. Yeah, that makes sense. 27. Okay, so it's a 10 ticks, 40. So 10. So now we're going to go to save order, and we can even call it 10 by 40, and you can make it G. I'll make it G as a gold. Save this, and now it's in the drop-down menu. We can choose this one as 1040G, and that would be like a $1 target, $4 stop as our initial bracket, and we could just simply trade that. No, it's got to be, you gotta. We're doing this for you for free. I want at least a $50,000 buy-in, because this is a really valuable thing. I mean, just you're getting a 30% discount. Like, I don't think it's, what is it? It can't be. How much is the? Let's go to ThinkCapital. Let's see what the let's see what the let's see what the offers are. So, I don't know. I'll ask Kate. I think maybe you're right. Maybe I think I'll make it for today. I'll say fine. 20. You can buy the 25,000. I always like the one phase solution, but it's always, there's a much harder, road to hoe. You got a 10-3. You got to make 10 against just the 3%. No, sorry, you got a 6. It's actually not bad. 10-6 is a really good risk reward ratio here. And remember, you can trade small. So just to understand, if you're trading 25,000, you got to make 2,500 without losing. What's 6 of 25? 1,500. Yeah. I mean, with dollar points, $10 points, it's really pretty easy to do this. I always like to buy the lightning. I like the single step process, but it's up to you guys. Whichever way you like it. Three phase is a little bit cheaper, but anytime I gotta walk through a lot of hoops, I prefer not to. So yeah, okay, we'll do 25,000. I'm sure she'll approve. On this, I mean, they're all. I think the thing is the thing about CFDs is there is no difference. They're all the same in a sense of risk rewards, right? Because futures they change the risk rewards for you, but in CFDs it's always a 10-6 risk reward fixed. There's no like they're not, you don't have rising equity against you. You don't have a lot of, it's much easier in a way to run this because it's a very, very clean, simple, here's what you got to do. Here's what you got to do. And you can do it as long as you want, single entry. I like the lightning phase. That's definitely the cool phase. That's what I would do if you're doing it this way. And as I said, you could be trading. If you're trading dollar points, I mean, that's, 3,000 to lose 3,000 on dollar points. You're going to make a lot of stupid trades. Okay, here's interesting. So here's gold. Is it a higher white dot? I'm not sure. Let's see. Low is 31.38. And what's the low here? Oh no, I just turned into a purple dot. I just turned into a negative trade for us. Okay. 29 seconds left. This is a trade. It's a lower purple dot. Definitely a trade for us to the downside. 3R risk, no problem. Oh, what's really smart about this, by the way, is it calculates the risk off whichever one is the highest. If the prior is the highest, then you calculate the risk off of that. If the high of the trigger candle is the highest, then you calculate the risk off of that. So I'm going to sell this at 1040 right now. Right, I'm short this thing. Ooh, kind of slipped me a little bit there, right? All right, no problem. Took a little while to get itself executed. Should have got me down. Should have been executed right over here, but it took a little second. But it's fine. And we are, that's a natural stop against this move. And now we're going to just make the trade. Now let's see where he wants to go. But I think, and again, because I think I'm trading only just one unit, this must be now in pennies, right? Yeah, it's like, look at this. It's just tiny little pennies. So again, you can just trade so small just to get yourself comfortable on the trade. Or you could trade, you could trade super large if you have a lot of confidence and come in and trade it this way. Okay, so I'm going to try and do this again. Let's see if I can do this properly. Okay, so I'm short here. Both of these stops need to be over here because that's the proper intelligent stop. So I'm short here to this target, and I'm short there to this target. So what's my average price? That's the only problem, is I can't find the average. So I already made money on that. Now I could just simply close this position because I already made money on the other position that was positive, and this position basically went to break even, and that's it. 1, 2 like this on a nice, clean little trade. I think I'm net out. Yeah, I did net out. I was at 14. Now I'm at 16. See how that works? Yeah. So what? Do you think I'm using 31 leverage? How much leverage do you need? The more leverage you have, the more you're going to blow this up. The beautiful thing about CFDs is actually that it gives you just all the breathing space in the world, not just in the in non-trailing stops, but in the ability to kind of positionally trade. That's the other thing is, we can't positionally trade in futures because they close out all positions at the end of the day. But here you could be holding nice, nice long continuous trades. I mean, this is really like an excellent product for the non-degenerates. Although I know, everybody who trades with me is a degenerate, but this is a nice, clean way to put dots to practice in a much more functional manner. All right, we're gonna have another, and you see, remember I said to you, like, look, gold is starting to get a little redder. You can use the EMA meter to kind of really get the good strong buy. I mean, gold is definitely coming down again, right? Let's see if this purple holds. I'm using market orders. Yes, I'm using market orders. You can't use limit orders on CFDs. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Lindley. I hear you. Look at these big moves. All right, so now it's a 4-hour risk. You see that how it's a 4-hour risk? If you want to take it, I think between 4 and 5 hours, where you're kind of entering that in that little, skeevy territory. Like right now at 3R, if we close over here, that's okay. I could take this trade. But you see how cool that is? It's just telling you real time. It's really telling you real time. Are you a moron or are you a speculator? Really gives you opportunity. Oh, it came right back. We just tested the whole 25s, came right back. If this ends purple, I'm probably going to trade this because I've seen this pattern so many times. But if it doesn't, that means the buyers really, really, really tested it. Nope, the buyers really tested it, so they brought it back up. That's the bottom. Now you guys want to have fun? Now we can do like a little bit of a okay. Let's imagine this is a bottom. I'm going to be a buyer here, right? Use this as my total bottom move here, and let's see if I can survive the jiggles and wiggles here to make a few ticks, right? Let's see. Is this truly a bottom? I mean, it's not a trade, it's not a setup, but it's just a way to basically see how you can use dots in 100 different ways. Suppose you said, I think this is a bottom for the Asia morning hour, right? I think it's kind of like, sold out. And maybe I want to be a buyer here for like 38, 39. You could do that, you could totally do that. And with such small size where, I'm literally trading for pennies. If it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. If it begins to work, you can add to the position and try to really milk it. So no, not necessarily as a point of resistance, just simply I don't even know what you mean by 200 as a point of resistance. What's my 200? I'm setting this up as basically a dollar target, a dollar fixed target against a logical stop on the chart, right? So this is a logical stop on the chart because that was the spike low. You know, are they going to revisit it? We'll see. But you know, they definitely bought the spike low. So let's play this. You know, let's see if it wants to go. Now, you know, because it's small, we can even you know, add to the position a little bit, right? So boom. Oops, it just went away from me. So you know, yeah, I'm going to move my stops over here again. Keep my stops at a reasonable price. Is this going to work? Probably not. It certainly wasn't a signal, but it was just a way to show you that you could do lots of different experiments because it cost you very little. This is going to cost me $2 in losses. You know, I can go 10 large on Nasdaq in the next legitimate trade, and not only make it back, but just, you know, do really well. The whole idea is that you just have a far greater leisure and control and granularity on the CFD side than you would on this side. So the only thing I got to figure out, honestly, is how the fuck do I average these positions up in CFDs? By the way, this is definitely a sell. This is like a legit sell signal if it stays, and I'm going to close everything out and flip it around the other way. What do I have? $1.05. We'll see. And let's see, it's only a 3R signal, right? You can see it over here. Assuming it stays, but oh, hang on, guys. I gotta let the dogs out. Watch this. Maybe while I go away, this is gonna hit target. Let's see. Not quite. But we did hold support for the time being, you know. So we'll see if this pops up for us. Yeah, you can do a close all option. You're right. You can just do a close all option on MetaTrader. Yeah. I mean, that's okay. I think I remember that. Not. I'm just obsessed with a stupid term. Let me find this. Welcome aboard, Blumenkart. Today is the first day. You know, we're just putzing around. We are trading in Asia. We're using our new best friends, ThinkCapital, who are actually out of Australia, I think. We met them in Dubai, and they were just great. So we decided, you know, we're going to work with them. And I'm actually loving the platform. So they are a pure. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. We're almost there. Are we almost at target? There we go. So that first lot actually works. Now, here's the thing, right? So that was a plus 10 trade. This one is pretty much break even. If I wanted to get out of this, boom. You know, I took the break even trade on the second one. Or we could have, you know, we could have tried to run this higher. But it's, you know, it's just very cool because it just, so in this particular trade, this is a white dot. That's not a legit trade because it was a lower white dot. What you're seeing here is kind of me creating dollar cost averaging. Yeah, a little bit dollar cost averaging. No, it doesn't matter. It will come to me like when I'm sleeping, and I'll tell you tomorrow. But what's really, really cool is if you're new to the room and kind of watching me, this is the proprietary BFF dots indicator that we use every single day in futures in North America, where we kill it every single day. And frankly, I wasn't sure if this was going to have easy fungibility to CFDs, but it's worked really great on CFDs. So we use a 2-minute time frame. I added Kathy's new indicator called the BK trend meter, which is really, really a cool general trend detection meter that you can use as kind of an input to the thing. She's actually willing to give this away for free for anybody who wants to do a $25,000 or up. I just lowered it down. It was 50, but I think I just looked at it and I think I'm happy. If you guys get a 25,000 account or better at Think, using our code, or you can use the code VET30. Just make sure you use our link. Send me the screenshot that you bought it. I'll be happy to give you the trend meter. But if you want the full enchilada, if you want to trade with us for real, have an incredibly high confidence that you're going to pass this test, and 80% confidence that you're going to get funded, then you should definitely join me in coaching, which is gives you 6 months worth of access to everything from me, and including, of course, our once a week coaching, which happens on Thursday. So I'm just putting the coaching link in there in case you guys want that. So that's the best way. That's literally the best way. Not only that, but I will actually be able to, if you join the coaching, I'm going to give you a $97 credit. You could probably use that to basically, with a discount and with a credit, you buy the challenge for free, right? Maybe it'll cost you $10 to buy the challenge, which is a really, really good deal if you think about it. So I'm happy to do all of this because we just started working with these guys, and I want to work with them longer because I really like their platform. I like what they're doing. We do have a trade. This is a legit trade. This is a pull away trade that we like to use. It's when the candle pulls away from the moving average. We like to trade this. We're going to trade this with a $1 target. However, and this is what's really, really cool. This is a brand new version of the indicator that I just really created today that's giving me one extra super valuable insight into whether I should be making this trade or not. It's telling me how much risk I got to assume in order to make this trade real. Right now, the risk is climbing as you're watching to 4.3. And generally, I don't want to risk more than 4. I mean, I'll push myself to 5 if I have to, but ideally, I'd like it to be under 4. So one of the cool things you can see is that before I would just jump blindly into these trades. Now I'm like, you know what? It's not that great a trade. But maybe if I want to, I still think it's definitely a decent trade to make $1 here, especially as it's coming down. I'll come in on this trade, and I'll probably come in for a secondary unit if I have. Oh, it's really coming down for me. So the risks are getting better. So 3, 4, 2. Okay, I'm buying. Where's my buy? Did this not work? Okay, I'm in there. Okay, so I'm in the trade, right? My stop is absolutely correct underneath here. Now, if this trade slips, comes down against me, it doesn't even come down. Look at this. It's gonna. All I need to do is just make one target. Almost. It was almost there. Almost there for $1. Let's see if it wants to pop. Now, if it wants to come back down against me to it's at 4. I'm in at 432. If it comes down to around 431, I'll be a buyer. Somewhere around here, I'll be a buyer for a second unit because my view is that it will stabilize and come back up. But we'll see. Let's see how it trades here. Yeah, if you already have the BFF, you can use this on Think. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the whole point. If this is a pure TradingView prop firm, so if you already have the BFF, you could just simply create a Think account, and it just you literally, what's cool is that you can actually, I think in TradingView, because it's 2 separate brokers, you can literally trade them at the same time. You can trade Think on one chart, Apex on the other. Totally viable. Let me just double check that. Let's see. Let's see if I'm right. Let's go over here. Let's go to charts. Scalper. I'm gonna just open up my trading panel. Trade of 8. Connect. Yeah. Look at that. See, I can trade Apex on 1, gold on futures, and I can trade. Look at this. Come on, baby. Come. Pop it, pop it, pop it. And I can trade gold on CFDs. It's the only time you can trade 2 separate things on TradingView without this. Yeah, executions are good. Look at me. Look, we're almost there. Almost there, right? All right, and we're done. And we're done. And I'm done, guys, because my daughter has a huge test tomorrow, so the whole family is on pins and needles. I got to go put her to bed. Great first session, guys. We literally hit every single trade. I did not lose even the stupid trade, even the reversal trade, which was not really a trade, worked. So awesome. I'm very, very happy with the execution. Hope you guys really, really like this, by the way. We'll do more of this. I'll be doing this, as I said. I'll do this tomorrow with you guys. I'll do this Thursday. Then we'll take a little bit of a pause because I got to go to Australia, but then we'll come back. We're going to do this hardcore all of December. So if you like Asia and you like trading, and CFDs, as I said, it's very much its own charms that are not to be underappreciated. Where am I on the thing? Look at this. I started. Well, I was trading pennies here, but I'm still, I started 50,000. I'm up without any effort. And if I traded real size, I could have been up about $1.70 here with no problem. I just wanted to kind of test it out. But that's the beauty of this thing, is that it gives you incredible granularity to trade so small that it doesn't really feel like anything, but at the same time gives you a chance to really test out the strategies. So hope you guys like this. I'll see everybody, of course, New York tomorrow. We're going to go crazy. Yes, use the VET30 code. That's the biggest discount. That's going to go this whole week. And then just send me a screenshot, and I'll be happy to send. I'll send you the EMA meter, so you can use that as part of your thing. That was another reason, by the way. You sort of, you see how like it's getting very, very strong. That was a good reason to say, oh, if I bought around here on support, there was probably a good chance it was going to. Versus something like Bitcoin, which was just been all red all day long. Remember, we started out all red, and now it's finally starting to come back a little bit to the green side. How's NASDAQ right now? NAS is still just all green. NAS, if we had bought here, we left NAS in the dust because I got bored with NASDAQ. But if we bought NAS here, it was all money. Like NASDAQ has just been all money to the upside, and the meter really, really helps you stay on the right side of the market. So I hope you guys like all of that. No, this is strictly for this is not an ACAP thing. This is for our new friends at ThinkCapital. ACAP is an MT5, completely different. I'll be next week. By the way, well, I'll get that link for you. I'll get that link for you tomorrow. I'm going to be in Australia next week. We're going to do a big webinar on macro for ACAP, totally free. So I'll send you guys the link tomorrow for everybody to come and watch me. And I'm gonna showcase a couple of really cool MT5 tools and trade locker tools that hopefully will be ready for ACAP. So for those of you guys who are like hardcore MT5 people, it's all going to be there too. But for Think, I think this is I really like this partners. It's a really, really good platform. I was a little dubious, but I think it definitely proved its mettle. So I'll see guys everybody tomorrow, same time, 7:45. We'll do another hour, and everybody have best coffee in the world. They're fucking overrated. Okay, they're really overrated. Okay, they think they have the best coffee in the world. They don't. Okay, I'll take a cafe con leche in Miami against all the bullshit flat whites in Melbourne any time of the day. But I know it's a sore subject, but okay, I'll give it to you. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. I'll see everybody tomorrow in New York. Hope you guys really enjoyed the first Asia session in a while. It's been a really good one. Take care. Bye-bye.